Welcome back to the Future, back in time. It's Doc Brown's turn. He's sitting over here at Doc Brown's house, and he's got Jennifer with him. Of course, the DeLorean is well on its way down the street. George and Lorraine are sitting here together with Einstein at Lorraine's house, and Biff is having a little bit of a nap at the clock tower. So let's go over to the turn order tracker and see what we're going to do at the beginning of Doc Brown's turn. Alright, so here we are, Doc Brown's turn. The first thing we do, of course, is we go a tick on the turn tracker. And if you look at this little picture here, it means we need to do a love meter check. And guess where the love meter is? It is in the love zone. So what that means is no part of the picture is going to flip over. It's going to remain as is, which is good because if we flip over all 6 pieces of the picture up here, you lose the game. But we didn't do that because we have Lorraine and George in love currently. But now we do need to have a movement card. So let's take a look and see what the movement is this time. Wow, no Biff activates again. So George is going to move clockwise 2 spaces, and Lorraine is going to move counterclockwise 1 space. Let's get to the board and have them move. Alright, so we have George and Lorraine, of course, together currently at Lorraine's house. So George is going to move clockwise 2 spaces. He's going to make his way all the way up to the north shops. 2 spaces up there. And Lorraine, counterclockwise 1 space, she's going over to Lou's Cafe, where the DeLorean is currently sitting. Alright, Doc, what have you got? He's got currently 6 tokens he can flip over for movement. You can just see him off to the side here. And he is sitting at Doc Brown's at his own house. So, we've got to decide what we want to do with him. And, yeah, I don't know. He might be doing lots of movement. We really want to keep Biff as far away from George and Lorraine as possible, but it's kind of close at the moment. So you think about this, and then we're going to have Doc Brown taking his turn. Of course, we also have this on the board. Players may not re-roll any dice, so whatever we roll, that's it, unless we get rid of this. Alright, let's go to Doc Brown's area and see what he's going to do. Alright, so I think what we're going to do with Doc, we're going to try to get him to get an extra token this time, if he can, by completing one of the challenges. But right now I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we don't need any more than 1 success on any of the challenges on the board. So we're going to flip over this token for 3 movement because I don't think we're going to need it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move Doc Brown 3 spaces. Let's get to it. But of course, keeping in mind that Doc Brown's special ability is once per turn, you may move to the DeLorean's location. So I'm actually going to do that first, and then we'll flip over the token. So just pretend we did that. So Doc is just going to, for no movement or any token abilities, just moves right to the DeLorean's location, which is here with Lorraine, which is actually gives him kind of extra movement because he was over here at his house. So we're going to do that first, then we flip over the token. Now he's got 3 movement. And so what we're going to do with him is we're going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to move up here with George at the north shops. Again, I know you can't quite see that. So we're going to zoom up there and we're going to see what he's going to do. Alright, so Doc is now up here with George at the North Shop. So let's take a look at this challenge because I think he's going to try this one. Gear up for school. So I guess he's getting school supplies for George, helping him out. Reward, draw a power token and gain the backpack item. So we're going to go ahead and he's going to try that. So we're going to go to his player board and we're going to see which token he's going to flip to try and succeed at that challenge. Alright, so Doc, of course, we're going to use his knowledge die, science die. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I keep forgetting. So anyway, apologize for that. The green one, he's going to take the, I think it's the knowledge die. We're going to roll that up, and we're going to see if he can succeed at helping George out, getting some school supplies. So let's go back to the board and see what happens. Okay, so it looks kind of awkward here, but we'll see what happens. All right. See if Doc wants to buy him some stuff, and maybe George doesn't want it. I don't know. Let's see. And we get we get a success. Oh my goodness! All right, pulls it off. So basically, Doc convinced George that we'll buy a backpack and stuff. So gear for school. So draw a power token and gain the backpack item. Right on. So let's go ahead and draw a random power token for Doc. And now he's got courage die can be turned into a wild. So we'll put that face down on his player mat. Of course, you get all your tokens and abilities and things face down when you acquire them. And now he also gets the backpack, which I have to find. And there it is. I found the backpack. Well, let's see what the backpack has to say for itself. The backpack card, if it will focus, says, you may hold up to 2 extra power tokens This item never exhausts. Oh, wow. So Doc can have a total of 10 or 10 power tokens. And you don't have to discard down to 8. Wow, that is really good. All right, let's take a look at the next opportunity because we always have to have 3 on the board. And we have Goldie Wilson, Preacher Mayor. This goes to Lou's Cafe. Reward, draw 2 power tokens, keep 1, and give the other to another player. Ooh, that is also super good. That's going to go down to Lou's Cafe. Wow, much to do. And now I wish I would have kept his move to the DeLorean space because it's sitting at Lou's Cafe. All right, we're going to do a little bit more thinking about what we want Doc to do now. And yeah, it's back to his player mat. All right, so our love meter's in good shape, I think, and our DeLorean's in good shape. So we're just going to do some movements. So we're going to go ahead and take the courage token. We're going to flip that over. And that's going to give Doc 3 movements back to the board, have him move 3 spaces. So I'm doing a long shot here because we're going to take George with us with Doc. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3. So Doc has convinced George with his new backpack and stuff to go over to Lou's Cafe to meet with Lorraine, and of course the DeLorean is there as well. So now Doc has some things he can do, and I think he's going to try this challenge because this gives him a power token and he can give 1 to any other player, which would be nice to give 1 to Einstein because Einstein only has 4 or 6 tokens. Everyone else basically has 8. So let's go back to his player area, and we need a science die for this, or knowledge die. Let's see what he's going to do. Alright, well, as you can see, Doc has no knowledge die left, but he has a random one, so we're going to flip that over. He gets to choose any die he likes, and of course we're going to choose this one because that's what we need for the challenge. So back to the player board, or the main board, roll that up and see if Doc can succeed again. Just wild rolling in this playthrough. I can't even believe it. Alright, Doc, can you succeed at this? I don't know. Oh, we know. You know, I've had such incredible luck with this game so far. But you know what? Our luck has just kind of run out a little bit here. We did a Biff. So Biff's going to activate once, and we failed that challenge. Well, not so horrible. Biff has a stun token on him, and he's laying down. So we're just going to lose the stun token. But he's still kind of knocked out. So now Doc Brown's got a couple of tokens remaining, which are actually good. So he's got a love token and he's got a speed token. So let's go and see which one of those he's going to use. Alright, well, George and Lorraine can't be too much more in love, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to flip over the love die, and we're going to see maybe Doc is trying to convince Lorraine that the clothes and backpack and stuff that Doc bought for him are really cool, and Lorraine likes it. Maybe she doesn't. Let's find out. We're going to roll up that die and see if we can move the love tracker up, or maybe we'll get another Biff. All right, Doc. Is Lorraine impressed with George's new outfit? Yes, she is. So we're going to move the love tracker up 1. That's 1 success. It's a wild. All right. Let's go over to Love Tracker and move it up 1. Really awesome rolling so far. Alright, the Love Tracker is going up 1. Boom! It is at the maximum spot. It cannot go any further than this. It's all good. Alright, let's go back to Doc Brown's board. He's got one more thing I think he's going to try. Alright, and Doc's got 1 more token remaining, so he's going to flip this over. It's the speed die, and he's going to try and get that DeLorean pushed even further down the street. Let's get out the dice tray and see if he can do it. Alright, so Doc's here with the DeLorean. He's going to try and move it down the street, and let's see what happens. And it's a Biff! Damn it. Alright, well, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, he didn't succeed in getting the DeLorean. I guess he was too busy trying to get Lorraine impressed with George's outfit. So he kind of neglected the fact that he should get the DeLorean going, but Biff now, of course, needs to activate because of that die roll. Darn it. Alright, so here's Biff, and he gets up. He's now up and active. Not good. Alright, back to Doc Brown's area. He has basically done everything he can do, so we're going to flip over all his tokens, and that'll be basically the end of his turn. Alright, I gotta say that was not a bad turn, but of course now we're going to flip over all his tokens and see what he's got. Alright, we've got all his tokens flipped over. I'm going to take the bead, move it down to Jennifer. She'll be going tomorrow for the next turn. So he's got a pretty good mix of stuff. He's got the backpack. He can have 2 extra tokens. and keep them, which is really cool. All right, let's go back to the main board and wrap up our episode for today. All right, overall, I think we had a pretty good turn. We do have Biff pretty much as far away from Lorraine and George as we can get. Of course, the movement card is going to screw things up next episode, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, the DeLorean's in pretty good shape. It's only 2 spaces away from getting ready to jump in time back to 1985. And we've got the love tracker at the maximum, so absolutely awesome. Yeah, so I think we're doing okay. All right, up next for tomorrow will be Jennifer. She is, of course, still over here in the Doc Brown's house area, and we'll see what we're going to do for her. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. It really helps out my channel. I really appreciate it. So join me again tomorrow for Back to the Future, Back in Time. We'll have Jennifer see what she's going to do. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then.